Okay, so, you sent us this ancient text, Psalm 56, and we thought we'd really do a deep dive into it.
All right.
So, just for our listeners, this is a psalm attributed to David
Yes.
during a time when he was captured by the Philistines in Gath.
Yeah.
And it's short, but really powerful.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's amazing how much is packed into it.
Yeah, it's a real raw look at, how somebody can experience fear,
Right.
but then almost immediately choose to trust.
Yes.
And so, in this deep dive, we really want to just kind of unpack this core message and help you understand, what's still relevant for us today, thousands of years later.
Absolutely.
It's structured as this personal plea for mercy,
Yeah.
but the whole thing just hinges on this idea of trust
You're right.
in the midst of, real tangible threats.
Exactly. Yeah. And it doesn't waste any time getting to that, does it?
No.
It goes from like, I'm in danger to I trust.
Right. It's like, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And David, he doesn't sugarcoat it at all, does he?
No, not at all. I mean, you can just feel the weight of his situation right from the first lines.
Yeah. My foes attack me all day long, constantly hounded by those who slander me.
Yeah. Strong words, right?
You get this sense of relentless pressure, like being hounded, surrounded.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally surrounded. And it's not just, disagreement. It's malicious.
There's intent there.
Yeah. Attack, hounded, slander. It's all very pointed.
It is. And against that backdrop, we get this, well, it's almost like a key to the whole thing, this one verse.
Yeah, absolutely. Verse 3.
But when I am afraid, I will put my trust in you. It's so direct. It's defiant, almost.
It is. It's like he's staring down his fear, acknowledging it, but not letting it control him.
It makes you think, how do you get that kind of mental strength in a crisis,
I know. It's incredible. And what's interesting is where he chooses to put that trust, right? In the promises.
Yes, the promises. He mentions that a couple times, very specifically.
Yeah, both in verse 4 and verse 10, he says, I praise God for what he has promised.
That repetition, it's like he's reminding himself, anchoring himself to something solid.
Exactly, like a lifeline.
And thinking about David's background, his faith, what kind of promises would have resonated with him at that moment, historically?
Well, given his understanding of his relationship with God, I'd say promises of protection would be huge, and deliverance for sure, the fulfillment of God's covenant with him, his lineage.
Right, all of that.
Yeah, and this repetition, it's reinforcing his certainty in those assurances, It's like a bedrock against all the chaos.
I love that, a bedrock.
Yeah.
And then he throws out this question, almost like a challenge, right?
Oh, yeah. What can mere mortals do to me?
And he says it twice, in verse 4 and 11.
It's bold, isn't it? Especially given the danger he's just described.
It really makes you think about how he views human power, versus divine power.
It's a total shift in perspective, yeah. Even as he's listing all the things his enemies are doing, twisting his words, plotting against him, spying, his ultimate confidence is in something bigger.
It's outside of their control. And then, I love his part, verse 8, he says, you keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book.
So powerful.
Like such a, intimate image of God, right?
Yeah, it's a God who's not just distant, but present, involved in the details, the smallest things.
It's comforting.
It is, and it underscores that David's suffering, it's not unnoticed.
It matters.
Yeah, and that seems to be the turning point leading into the next few verses.
Yes. In verses 9 to 11, there's this shift in tone, like a wave of certainty washing over.
Totally, yeah, it's like the tide is turning.
He says, my enemies will retreat when I call to you for help. This I know, God is on my side. It's almost like the act of calling out, that's what solidifies his conviction.
It's the expression of the trust, putting it into words.
And from there, it's like a natural progression to commitment.
Yeah, a response to the help he knows is coming.
In verse 12, he says, I will fulfill my vows to you, O God, and will offer a sacrifice of thanks for your help.
That's the beauty of deliverance, isn't it? It leads to gratitude, a desire to give back.
And then he ends with this really beautiful picture of rescue and finding his way back.
Yeah, like coming full circle.
For you have rescued me from death. You have kept my feet from slipping. So now I can walk in your presence, O God, in your life-giving light.
From the brink of death to walking in the light.
Yeah, it's like a whole transformation.
Absolutely. And it encapsulates this entire journey we see in the psalm, doesn't it? Fear, oppression, then trust, deliverance, and ultimately purpose.
Finding your way back to that purpose, yeah.
And for everyone listening, I think the key takeaway here is that interplay between facing your fears and choosing to trust in something beyond yourself.
It's about remembering that even when things are rough, you're not alone. There's this presence with you, noticing, caring.
Yeah, and in a way, Psalm 56 shows us that this choice to trust, it can be a powerful first step towards finding that sense of purpose, even in the midst of really tough times.
That's a lot to think about, even in such a short text, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. And it's a reminder that these experiences, fear, trust, they're timeless. They resonate just as much today as they did thousands of years ago.
Absolutely, and that's why these ancient texts are so fascinating, so relevant. So as you go about your day, think about what from this psalm speaks to you.
Yeah.
What part of David's journey from fear to trust resonates with your own life, your own challenges?
It's a good question to ponder.
It is. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive. It's been great exploring this with you.
My pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.